Dave Johnson 3376 asks, will we be seeing anything of Bernie this year? Well, thank you very much for that comment, Dave. Yes, you have inspired me to go through the archives and see what footage that I've got of the Bernie project that I haven't made into a video yet. So, here we go. Right, we're slowly moving towards the front. This panel here, this bit, this strengthening panel, was properly rotten. So I bought a new one. Gee whiz, these are expensive. Glad I don't need one on the other side, that's for sure. But I've coated it on the inside with some of that epoxy mastic-y type stuff. But I have had to sand the paint off and give it a coat of etch primer on here because obviously I've got to spot weld it. Should be able to get in there with me doodah. But to do that, I've got to take the paint off here and here, here and here. Now thinking, do I actually need these braces? That's more like it. I can actually do something now. I know I said that I was going to work from the back to the front, and now I'm at the front. Unfortunately, what you see here is actually the good bit of the panel. This bit here was gashed, that was a replacement bit, and of course that bit forward, especially around here, was completely rusty and horrible. My job for this afternoon is to find all the individual spot welds that are in here, drill them out, hopefully this panel will come off and I can start prepping it ready for a whole new inner wing. Anyway, let's crack on. Really hard to see, but I reckon there's probably one there and one there. There's definitely one there. Lovely. I must admit, the first time I did this on the Rally Mini, I found it quite a daunting experience. Second time round, nah, whatever. Obviously I need to do this to the Mark 1 at some point, so by the time I get to that, it won't faze me at all. What I need to do now is go along and just clean up all the surfaces. Obviously I need to make a few repairs where my spot weld drill bit's gone all the way through the flange. And I've sort of nicked bits with the grinded cutting wheel as well. And then I can start offering up a panel, but I'm not gonna weld it in just yet. So why has this footage been stuck on a hard drive and not being made into a video? Well, it's down to race and rally cars, isn't it? Of course. It doesn't matter which car it is in the gentleman's motor racing fleet. It takes a long time to prep a car for a competition, and then after competition you need to, make sure it's all good and ready for the next one, and that's without crashing or breaking anything, or upgrades. With your help, we're hoping that we can enter the Jersey Rally in 2025 in our 1969 Mark II Classic Mini. To help raise funds for this event, we have some amazing companies and people who have donated prizes so that we can run a fundraising raffle. Arson Fire, based in the gorgeous Adgeston Vineyard here on the Isle of Wight, have donated a selection of their spicy chili products, and it's bound to blow your socks off. Solar Marine Services know all about the importance of looking after race engines, in particular marine engines, and they're kind enough to sponsor the oil that we use in our little Mini. They've been kind enough to donate 5 litres of Valvoline VR1 2050 oil. Its high zinc content is just what every classic Mini needs. Lee Morey of Mac Tools Isle of Wight, he's kindly donated a tool bag full of quality tools and merch that any tech or mechanic would love to get their hands on. And our service area clock is sponsored by Robinson's Jewelers, and they've kindly donated this amazing Rolex wall clock to the raffle. How amazing would this look in your service area or workshop? Obviously, we're going to include some Gentleman's Motor Racing Team merch into the raffle, and our final prize was kindly donated by one of our very kind supporters, fellow competitor Peter Gennari, who's donated a bottle of JC LaRue. It's a lovely South African sparkling wine. Tickets are £10 each, and there will be only one winner, and that winner will win all the prizes. Yes, so please, if you can spare a tenner or two, enter the raffle now. You could win all of these amazing prizes and get us to Jersey in the process. Good luck. So here is a challenge. Obviously these are our captive bolts that hold our shock mounts on. This one, look, has snapped off. Somehow I need to get that one off. Out. Couple of options. Let's see what we can do. I've had these for some time, like decades, and I've had very little success using them. The idea is that's a left-hand thread, so you screw it in anti-clockwise, and then it bites because it's tapered, and that then pulls that thread out. I think I might give it a go, just see what happens. I can already tell that's not gonna work. I think I'm just gonna keep on drilling, go up a size. Okay, I've drilled it out as far as I can, and it looks like, well, I can't tell whether there's still bits of bolt in there or not. It's really hard to tell. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna run a tap through it and see what happens. I'm gonna call that a success. Well, let me put a bolt in it first. Lovely. Okay, however, on this side it's a different story. I don't have one at all. It must have come off during the strip down, but that's not a problem because it's over here. I've given it a clean and cleaned up those threads, a coat of weld through primer. Just need to waz it back on. So there we go, clamped in place. I've decided to put some bolts in here because I'm really worried about gacking it up by getting some weld in the thread, and that would be a disaster. The goal, always got to have a goal, the 2016 International Midweek. The question everyone is asking is, will it be ready for IMM 2026? Of course it will. Right, if you've made it this far, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. But I'm going to go straight into recording my midweek update video that I make for teammates, patrons, sponsors and YouTube members. So until next time, ta-ta for now. Welcome to another midweek update video. These videos are for teammates, patrons, sponsors and YouTube members. Your support, as always, is hugely appreciated. Thank you very much. What are we going to cover this week? Well, it's the Rally Mini brakes. There's a Bernie the 1275 GT update, modifications to the Ignis, progress on the secret race car project, the Jersey Rally update, bin juice, motor mornings and much more. Right, shall we crack on then with the Rally Mini?